a warm welcome to Create and Listen. It's been a little while since I've since I've been here, and I really felt like we just take a moment to pause and go within, because there's some really swirly energy going on, and so I just felt all of this needed to come to the page. So we're going to start. I've got a new, let's try not to set light to myself. I have a new lighter. Ooh, look at that. There we go. And I love that moment of just taking a moment to pause and breathe, anchor in to whatever is, whatever's been going on for you before, whatever's going on after. Just take that moment to pause with your breath. One of the energies that is coming to the page today, and it's inspired by the fact that this is my view as I'm sitting in almost open air, is this beautiful sloe bush. And with asking permission of the tree, I have a little bit of that energy to bring to today. And we're going to start by just thinking about that energy of the day, of those sloes, which is this beautiful purpley blue color. Okay, what is the energy of? They are sloes. It is the blackthorn, and I'm quite interested to notice that this is offering me a little resistance here, which is really interesting. I've gone to my waxy oil pastels. Okay, and the symbol of the sloe and the blackthorn is about protection, resilience, and transformation. Okay, and what's coming to me already is this sense that we are protected, we are safe, we have the resilience to move through all of the changes, and this is where the transformation takes place. It takes place when we come to our center, when we are willing and ready to go within. I'm just going to turn to, let's do a little bit of journaling around that. I've got this bright blue, and it's something around, what are the stories? What stories are you telling yourself? What stories are you telling yourself? What are the old stories? What old stories are you telling? Let's be clear. These are the old stories. This is a time of transformation. We are protected. We have the resilience. We have the strength in a time of huge change. This is big. This is big. There is no doubt in my mind that what we are experiencing right now is big transformation. We have planetary movements. I am not an expert in astrology, but I will put some notes. I'll put some notes in the post and on YouTube for what is going on with the planetary movements. Just briefly, Saturn. This is the big one. Saturn is moving into Pisces. It's actually, funnily enough, it's not going forward, it's going backwards. It's retro. This is retrograde. This is a last chance. Almost that all needs to be this way round. It all needs to be like that. And you go, oh, it's interesting, isn't it? We get ourselves, we don't know which way is up. We don't know which way is forward and which way is backward. And that is the big message that is coming for me is, this is loud and clear. This is where and it's sort of overriding all of this is be in movement. Now, why do I say that? Okay, so the moon is on the move. The moon is actually going from Capricorn into Aquarius as I'm doing this live, as we are taking this time to go within, to listen, to create while we listen. Capricorn is moving into Aquarius. Capricorn is all about the work that we do, and Aquarius is all about the bigger. This is earth, this is earth, this is air. Aquarius is about being different. Be different. Be you. Be you. Think outside the box. See the bigger picture. Okay, I need some paint. I need some paint. And there's a, there's a rolling up of the sleeves. There's a hands-on here. This is where we get to do the work. What wants to be seen? I'm looking at the colours that I've got here. I've got blues. There's a lot about, it's the words that we use. What are we telling ourselves? What are we telling ourselves in this time of transformation? And it's, it's interesting. I find this interesting because I'm now living in a van, in a motorhome. And it's not as easy as it used to be to just pop into the studio and go, oh, well, I'm going to go live on Facebook. Because, I have to get everything out. And the story that I was telling myself this morning was that this is all too difficult. This is too difficult. Oh, there's all these blobs want to come. It's these sloes. These sloes want to remind me that, these little stories that we tell ourselves, it's too difficult. I haven't got all of the things that I need. Maybe I do have everything I need. I absolutely have everything I need. But sometimes you just have to get it out. Have you got tools in your toolbox that you've forgotten you had? You are not really sure how to use them, maybe. We forget. We go, oh, I haven't used this one for a long while. As I'm just really enjoying drawing these circles. I remember that this tool of Cosmic Smashbooking is a powerful tool in my toolbox. Don't forget. Imagine you had you've got a beautiful basket, and in your basket are all these amazing tools that you have gathered to do the work of your soul garden. That's very much is what is my focus at the moment, is thinking about the tools for our soul garden. And is it time that you tipped your basket out, gave it a good, cleared all the spiders and the cobwebs out of your basket, and have a look and say, what tools have I got? Is it time to dust off these tools? Have some of them gone a bit rusty? Do they need a clean? Do I need to get the oil out? There's a sense of wanting to flow here, and I'm just going to take some of that paint off. I have two Smashbooks on the go at the moment, and I'm just going to lift that off and put it on there. And there's a personal message in here for me, because this is the book that I am doing my own personal work on, in a little project, isn't it? I was having a beautiful conversation with somebody the other day about the messy middle. When we are in the middle of this transformation, when we're right in the middle of it all, this messy middle, that's when we all start to go, oh my goodness, we don't like it. We don't like things being in a mess. We like, you know, our fear would have us everything neat and tidy and in a box, and knowing what's going on. And you go, actually, what is, you know, this is the Aquarius energy that we're moving into, is think outside the box. Think outside the box. It's okay to be messy. And there's another, I'm just grabbing another brush here. There's another energy wants to come through about being in, it's about being in movement, and it's also about being in flow. It's about wrapping ourselves with joy, wrapping ourselves with compassion, wrapping ourselves with self-care. You know, anchor in. If you're following along, lean into what do you want to be encircled by in this time of transformation. And this is, I'm noticing that I'm able to slow my movements down. So there's something coming through. Slow down. Slow down. When things are changing so incredibly fast, actually it's okay to say, you know what, I'm just going to take a moment here to slow down, breathe into all of the energies that are around me, what is going on. And this is really rather, you know, this is actually quite fun. This is quite fun. I have, you know, this is a very simple practice of those, allowing those circles to arrive, and then surrounding them, you know, I'm looking at the pinky magenta energy here. There you go. And actually, you know, look what's happened. I've not quite got enough. I thought I had enough paint for the page. I didn't. So you go, are you filling up? Are you filling up? Are you refreshing your resources? There's a tool. There's a tool that we get to remember that we have got in our toolbox. You know, when you've tipped it all out and you've cleaned out the basket, you remembering your tools. And it's really interesting. I guess, you know, it's the start of September as I'm recording this. And I was sharing yesterday in my emails that, you know, September, I'm an ex-teacher, as many of you know, and actually I think I'm not an ex-teacher, I am a teacher. I'm still a teacher, but I'm just not working in a school. I digress. But it's that September energy, isn't it? It's the start of the new year, for those of us in the Northern Hemisphere. It's a new year in the schools, and we want to make sure that we've got our pens and pencils and new stationery kit and new notebooks and all of the things. And it led me to be thinking about tools, of what are the tools that we have. You know, what have we forgotten? What do we need to refresh? You know, do you need to sharpen your pencils at the start of the year? That's interesting. Look at that. There's a little hole there. A little hole. What needs to be healed and repaired? You know, perhaps that wants a special sticker to say, you know, if we remember that we've done the work. That's what these little, this is how Cosmic Smashbooking works. Okay. And then you sort of get to the point and you go, okay, what else do I need to hear as I am just drawing all of these circles? And I think it's something about, it's about circling back. That's what the Saturn in Pisces energy is about. It's go back, look at the lessons. What do you still need to learn? What lesson have you not? What do you still go, oh, I thought I'd done that lesson. And you go, no, it's revision time. It's a revision. You know, there's a little bit of a reset energy. If I'm using the school analogy, you know, you're starting the school year, but you go, oh, I still need to redo that one. That's the Saturn and Pisces. These are the big lessons, big life lessons that we get to, where we get to grow. Okay. Okay. I don't know if you heard that. There's a little pond near where I'm working this morning, and that was one of the ducks joining in, echoing the message of going, yeah, this is the transformation. These are the lessons that we get to learn. And then I'm just gonna come back to that energy, remind myself of the energy of the sloe bush, the blackthorn. Protection, resilience, transformation. And as I think about that the movement of the moon, it is about being in movement. Just take that one little step forward. Maybe these are, you know, these almost look like little stepping stones, little spots that you could just jump from one to the other. But be in movement, and take the small steps. You know, we don't need to take great leaps all the time. We are just taking one small step at a time. Okay, that's just what I do like to do at the end of a page like that, even though I'm going to get a little bit mucky, is just to lay my hands on that page, receive the wisdom, receive whatever has come forward for you in this create and listen. I'd love you to share your pages. Come on over to Creative Heart Space and share what comes up for you. And I think, you know, it's just breathing into it. There's a sense of really wanting to press down. There's a grounding, anchoring energy that we get when we do this practice. Okay. And that sort of feels like that's what it's all about. Paint on your hands, do the work, get your hands, are you ready to get your hands dirty? So, thank you for joining me.